All right, while Rimshee's transitioning, hey everybody, welcome to Lesser Saints of Discord.
I feel like we've made
gonna
that joke
transition.
I know we have, but he keeps saying it. So
Transformers, they used to be guys.
chill. We're on Twitch. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to pull up some chats right now.
Which supports fucking terrorist supporters. I could get off with some edgy humor. Fuck them.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's more about the first 30 seconds of the show.
Who is watching this?
I know. People might watch back later. You don't know that. All right. Cool. All right. Oh, my shit's finally set up.
I'll say, if you're that type of person that would get offended by that little joke, I don't want you watching anyway. You're probably a psychopath.
Will not be a fan of me, that's for sure. Dapper brought up that time that I got banned from the comedy club. It's like, that was years ago. Why are you bringing that up now?
It was total bullshit.
Well, he never heard the conclusion to it, so. But, like, it was so long ago, I was like, yeah, they let me back in. That was so long ago, though, dude.
Yeah. Does not change the fact that they initially pussed out hard, though.
Yeah, it's fine. It is what it is.
I'd still call them pusses.
Yeah.
I'm invisible.
All right.
So, at this point, and I'm gonna briefly talk a bit of NFL stuff because it's fresh on my mind and I'm frustrated.
Oh, cool. I'm fine with that. Go Seahawks. Doing good.
Yeah, go Seahawks. Seriously, I need the Seahawks to go all the way because after today, it is looking increasingly likely that the Patriots are going back to the fucking Super Bowl, and the Seahawks is the only team that I can think of that would be able to pound them into the dirt.
Yeah, they've been doing pretty good this year, so.
Like, they unleashed an epic ass whooping on the 49ers last night.
Yeah, it was really fun. I was watching it in my room, and the living room is right above where my room's at, and I'm just hearing not a lot of insulation there. I can hear my parents a lot of times when they're up there. I'm just hearing my parents like hooping and hollering, but I'm on like a 10-second delay from when they're saying it, so I'm just hearing them like yell and scream, and I'm like, "Ooh, something's about to happen." Something happens. Like, I was here.
It's like they're building.
My dad go, "Oh shit! There's a fumble! Like, there's a fumble! Ooh. There's a fumble! There's a fumble! Grab it! Grab it!" And I'm like, "Well, somebody's about to fumble."
The fact that game opened with a kickoff touchdown return.
Yeah.
Fuck York. That's all I'm gonna say.
Fucking,
as a 49ers
CJ Stroud.
Fan, fuck York.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the 49ers had basically no one left.
Oh, I get it.
You know, the Seahawks were basically playing against third stringers and used car salesmen.
Yeah, they were playing against the practice team. That's
like, even if George Kittle hadn't have had that horrific fucking injury, I don't think he would have been able to help. Speaking of injuries, fucking Bo Nix, quarterback for the Broncos, breaks his ankle in the second to last play of the game and is going to miss the championship and the Super Bowl because he needs surgery.
Oh.
Which is another reason why I don't think. Which is another reason why I need the Seahawks to go all the way and beat the Patriots into the dirt. Because without Bo Nix, I don't think the Broncos have a chance.
The Patriots need to lose
they had
because
much of a chance anyway.
Patriots need to lose because they had such a long winning streak that fans of theirs grew up just always winning, and so they need some time to learn how to lose, and they haven't earned that yet.
Yeah.
So
their last Super Bowl ring was less than a decade ago.
Yeah. So, and that was after what, also, like 15, 20 years of like either almost making it or making it?
Yeah, like their very first, they went to, from their first Super Bowl that they went to and won with Tom Brady in 2001.
Yeah.
Like they went to 11 Super Bowls and won 6 of them.
Yeah, so.
Their most recent win was 2018.
Yeah, I want them to be on a losing streak to the point where when they lose the Super Bowl, they go, yeah, that checks out. And then they can start winning again.
But like so far, like they've had pretty much a paper soft schedule. They beat the Chargers, who had no offensive line. And then fucking CJ Stroud, the quarterback for the Texans, threw 4 interceptions today and fumbled.
Yeah.
Went out there and fucking shit his pants in front of everyone and handed the Patriots the fucking game.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I just saw something.
Hey, Crab. By the way.
Give me a moment.
Forgot to say hi earlier.
Hey, you know what? Seahawks all the way this year.
Yeah.
And I would also be fine with Sam Darnold getting his first Super Bowl ring, because that poor bastard, he got drafted by the Jets in the same year that the fucking Patriots won their last Super Bowl.
It's the first Super Bowl that the Seahawks won was a lot of fun because it was a lot of, I can't believe this is happening. This is actually happening. Whereas every other time they've been to the Super Bowl, it's like, yeah, they did a good job. They at least made it to the Super Bowl. And that was sort of the mentality with Seahawks fans. And then when they won, it was like, holy shit, this is fucking insane. This is awesome.
Well, they had one of the worst Super Bowl moments ever.
What, the blackout?
No, where they're playing the Patriots and they're basically on the 1 yard line. They have the best running back in the league, and they do a pass play.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was inexcusable. How many Super Bowls have the Seahawks won?
One, I think. First one was the first one they won was in 2014.
Yep. One Super Bowl, 2014.
Yeah. And it was a fucking blowout, 43 to something.
Yeah, against the Broncos.
Yeah, fuck the Broncos.
They've appeared in 2 other Super Bowls, in 2006 where they lost to the Steelers, and in 2015 where they lost to the Patriots.
Yep. Yeah.
I would rather not see a Super Bowl rematch between the Patriots and the Seahawks, but if it has to happen, I hope the Seahawks just pound them into the ground.
I'm fine with it because of that dog shit that happened last time. We went against the Patriots in the Super Bowl. That's it.
As long as Sam Darnold doesn't start seeing ghosts again, they should be fine.
Also, Crab,
Your
don't worry,
guys'
we'll get
defense
to...
is fucking insane.
Yeah. It's been pretty cool. Seahawks has been a pretty defense-forward team for a long time.
I just realized we had a subject.
And the funny thing is that... And the funny thing is that, like, your team was kind of like the dark horse this year, where, like, nobody was talking about them for weeks and weeks on end. And they just keep winning in the background.
Well, we don't have any, like, eccentric players that are, like, really drawing attention and stuff. It's just, it's a real team-focused thing. There's, like, people are standing out because they're performing well, because they're working well as a team, not just because a single player is, like, phenomenally good. You know,
they just been going out there week after week, beating the piss out of people.
Yeah. Which, because no individual is that exciting, that's why nobody's really been talking about them. Because, like, when you had, like, Marshawn Lynch, he was a character. Yeah.
Could have won you the Super Bowl against the Patriots, but your head coach decided to be a retard.
We're not talking about that. That was a long time ago, bud. Let's chill. Okay.
But yeah,
we're focused on this season.
If you go to the Super Bowl this year and the Patriots are your opponent, I need you to destroy them. Drive them before you. Hear the lamentations of their women.
Yeah. Well, let me see. What's it? I think the Bears are playing now. Right?
Yeah, they're playing against the Rams. They are all tied up at the moment.
Mm-hmm. My mom's best friend is a Bears fan, so she's up there rooting for the Bears right now. Yeah, Bears. I'm fine with the Bears going to the Super Bowl.
Bears.
They haven't been in a while. I like underdog stories. The
last time that the Bears went to the Super Bowl was 2007, I think, when they played my team and lost. The only Super Bowl ring that the Colts have gotten since going to Indianapolis.
Okay.
Because I'm a Colts fan, I have an extreme.
Oh man, and we don't even know. We don't even know about the Patriots versus Denver until next Sunday. That sucks. Okay. All right.
I said I think the Broncos are fucked.
Maybe.
Because they played an awful game last night against the Bills. Which also, you're like, Bills, you need to fire Sean McDermott into the Atlantic. You are never going to win with that bald-headed fuck as your head coach. Josh Allen has been bailing his sorry ass out for too long. Also, Josh Allen, find another team. You are being completely wasted.
Rimshee, hold on real quick. Rimshee's posting in the chats, fucking jocks. Rimshee, you know where the show's going to go. Let us get, like, all this out real quick, because you know the rest of it is going to be spent on one thing. That's
I'm already aware.
Yeah. We're getting there.
We're just killing it. We're pretty much killing some time getting this all out of the way because the big game's about to come up, you know?
Yeah, well, my team's already out of it, but I blame Ted York.
I blame your mom.
I'm just Well, I'm just going to be straight. I said when the 49ers hired Kyle Shanahan to the head coach position, it's like, they are never going to win a Super Bowl with that motherfucker.
You know, Mike McDaniel's looking for a new job.
I was right.
McDaniel got fired from the Dolphins. He's looking for a new job. So.
Yeah, he's probably going to be an offensive coordinator for somebody.
The issue is Ted York is going to be the one making the decisions, and he's going to make all the worst decisions. So...
But yeah, it's like you hired the 28-3 guy, the greatest, most humiliating collapse in Super Bowl history. You hired that guy to be your head coach. I stand by what I said. The 49ers are never going to win anything with Kyle Shanahan. He is fucking cursed. The 49ers have been cursed ever since they hired him. Every fucking year, it's like a fucking morgue over there with the number of injuries they have. I feel so bad for players like Brock Purdy. And especially Christian McCaffrey. They're just wasting away over there in San Francisco. That's not fair.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you guys want to get into it?
Yeah, let's talk about this hellscape.
So, Star Trek Starfleet Academy. It's a show.
It's about the nicest thing you can say about it.
No, okay. So, reality, what this show actually is it is a high school drama with a Star Trek skin on it. That's what it is.
A shitty Star Trek skin, based on what I'm looking at.
To quote Alex Kurtzman himself, he said at one point that he basically wanted to do Harry Potter, his own version of Harry Potter in the Star Trek universe.
Yep.
And I'm like, I fucking hate you.
It's like it's like Harry Potter and like X-Men Evolutions in Star Trek. Remember X-Men Evolutions, that cartoon when all the mutants were still in high school and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that.
I remember it. I remember that Rogue was really hot in that show.
Rogue's really hot in almost every show.
Yeah, but she had like the whole goth alt chick look in that one, and it was just like,
oh yeah,
nice.
Pretty sweet. She dated Nightcrawler for a bit in that show. I was like, that's cool. So you wanna talk about the ship Athena?
Yeah, we can talk about the ship.
We have to.
So I put. Oh no, that I didn't mean to post that one.
We can also talk about the fact that they include a species that should be dead.
The Jem'Hadar?
No. Well, that's one of them. But the half black, half white people.
She's only half Jem'Hadar, which makes it worse somehow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know.
I'm talking about the half black, half white people that I don't remember what their species is.
Oh yeah.
But there's a female of that species in the show, and oh,
there's more than one. There's a couple of them running around.
Yeah, the last time we saw them was the original series, and there were only 2 males of the species left, and they were fighting each other and trying to kill each other. And they blamed each other for everyone being dead.
But Rimshee, that was back in the 1960s. No one remembers that. Why do you care?
I didn't remember that. When one of them popped up, my dad was like, "Oh shit, it's one of them." I'm like, what a what? Like, it's one of the black and white people, or white and black people, however you want to look at it. There's this whole episode.
Well, there was the white and black and the black and white people. Yeah. They both were on the same planet, and they fought tooth and nail to kill each other, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, back when Star Trek actually did interesting things with its writing, like social commentary.
Yeah. So basically, how this show is... this is after, like, the ending of Discovery, when there's, like, no dilithium in the universe anymore.
For some reason.
Yeah. Apparently it's explained. They did not explain this in the show, so if you didn't watch Discovery, you have no idea what's going on with that. They just call it the Big Burn. They didn't
fucking explain it in Discovery either.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, they call it the Big Burn. Yeah. And then it starts off following...
I'll tell you exactly what it was. A fucking child throws a temper tantrum and it destroys all the dilithium in the universe. That's how it happened. There's your explanation.
Okay. Cool, thanks. That doesn't really help, but, you know. So this is
that's about the only way I can justify it in my head.
So this is like 120 years after that is when this takes place?
Yep. According to the showrunners, this is 1,000 years after the original series. So we're in the 33rd fucking century.
Yeah. Yep. And the ship, the USS Athena, it's an Academy class ship. And I know you're wondering, you're just dying and chomping at the bit to know what that's about, right?
Not really.
The ship is Starfleet Academy.
I've got it up on the screen.
If you look at the... I posted a picture in the hug box. Here, I'll post it in the topics.
I know, I've seen it.
Yeah, I see it.
It literally goes and lands where Starfleet Academy is, because they're restarting Starfleet Academy. So it lands there, and then that's like the school grounds, but that's like it's like the main hub also. And all the students can go onto the ship, and then they can travel off and stuff. Which they haven't done. They just picked up a shit ton of people and then landed there, and that's like the first 2 episodes is them just there. And then negotiations with Beta Z happen. And then there's like this race of people that are holograms, or like Photonians or something. I don't remember what the actual name of them was. That was weird and fucking annoying as shit. Yeah,
how do they reproduce? Combining code?
Dude, we
don't have sex, we compile.
This is how much they go into explaining the race. One of the medical officers on the ship, the head medical officer is one of those hologram people and like kind of hides it. And one of the students is one of the hologram people. And he's like, "How long have you been activated?" "Oh. Well, you have a lot to learn." And it's like, okay, you're like a programmed 17-year-old in like a 3-year-old running program.
For those who are
That's
wondering,
as much. That's
Jables
as much.
would not know. Jables would not know because he did not watch Voyager. But the head medical guy is portrayed by Robert Picardo.
I do know that he's played by Robert Picardo. I wasn't getting into that yet.
He was the ship hologram doctor on Voyager.
Yeah, he was the emergency medical hologram for Voyager.
Yes.
Effectively a prototype.
They gave him zero attention about that at all. So there's no way I could have picked up that he was playing the same character.
I'm not surprised.
Because Star Trek is also notorious for like reusing actors for stuff. So that's
keep in mind, he wasn't the only hologram. Most of the holograms that were EMHs got redeployed as miners on a mining colony. Because they sucked as EMHs due to their bedside manner, apparently.
Yeah.
The EMH is easily one of the best characters in Voyager.
Oh, hands down.
Yeah.
So but there's no guarantee that this character is the Voyager EMH, but he is an he is likely an EMH from that era.
He is top brass on this ship when it comes to medical. He's tippy top. So it might be the same one. And he even mentioned that he has essentially modded his programming to age a little bit. Not like a lot, not like accurately, but age a little bit, so he doesn't throw people off when he meets them again years later. So
yeah. Which, like,
that's
again,
fun.
like, if we're suggesting that this is the same
I actually kind of like
that.
He's
been active for like 900 goddamn years.
Well, the ship captain is almost 1,000 years old herself.
What?
Maybe not. Hold on.
Like, I know that she walks around in bare feet like a complete fucking tool, but...
Oh, no, and she just lounges everywhere. It's ridiculous. It annoys the shit out of me.
This is supposed to be the head of Starfleet Academy. One, a captain should not be the head of Starfleet Academy. I've already bitched about that before the show even came out.
My mom bitched about that. Okay, so she's 422 years old.
Jeez, fuck, kill me.
Oh god, which one is she?
She's a half lanthanite. I don't know how many lanthanites we've run into. I know we've run into a couple. Oh. Yeah, they introduced them. They introduced them in Strange New Worlds. They were introduced in.
They introduced them in Strange New Worlds. So it's new Trek shit. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Because I was
similar character though.
I do not remember that in any of like.
I did.
That explains.
I did like the Lanthanite in Strange New Worlds. Takes a little getting used to, but she was fun. And I understand.
She's walking around without shoes a lot. Is that what I heard?
Not a lot. It happens like twice.
Still incredibly unprofessional.
Around the ship. Not her quarters, around the ship.
No, it was specifically ship was docked and it was in one of the other buildings surrounding the ship, because the Academy Star class ship, there are other buildings there that make up the full Academy, But like
it wasn't in her
pinch,
quarters,
everybody
though.
could just be on the
or
ship.
at a pool.
It was out of her quarters. Yeah, it was.
It wasn't in a
think
location where it would make sense.
It could make sense, but no, not really. Yeah, it could make sense. There's a nice grassy area right outside of the building that they were in, that she was walking around in before that. Makes a little sense. But, no, she just likes to be barefoot.
You know what? I bet someone on the team it has a foot fetish, and maybe it's her, and she likes showing off her feet, but,
Well, the way she, like, lounges around, like, the captain's chair and stuff, it's like, no, this is just a person that loves to be barefoot and just not care. Like, it's... like, again, hardly any reverence for the position.
Can we get some professionalism around here?
Like, I could see this. Just leaning off to the side. I could see slouching a little bit.
No.
But I'm looking at pictures of how she sits in chairs, and I swear to fucking Christ, she would be reprimanded 3 ways from Sunday in any reality.
Every still I see from this show, like every clip, every still, every like lines of dialogue, I just repeat in my head. I just have Picard putting his face in his hands.
Yeah.
Also, what the fuck happened to fitness standards in Starfleet? What is with all these fat bitches waddling around?
You know.
The show's run, yeah, I'm not gonna justify anything. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Like, you know how, like, you know how girls sometimes, like, cuddle up in, like, a recliner when they read a book and stuff? With, like, their knees up and stuff? She does that shit in the captain's chair. Just sitting there reading a book.
Oh, and before any motherfucker...
Not even off...
Like... Hold on. Before any motherfucker wants to get on me about my comment about these fat bitches, it's like, well, O'Brien was a little... You shut your fucking whore mouth! O'Brien could still beat the fucking piss out of you.
O'Brien was a bit overweight. Yeah.
His
but
weight...
like, Scotty was a bit overweight too. I think that's just beer belly.
His weight was a function of the fact that he was always busy fixing everything that the higher-ups broke.
Yeah, so
he didn't have time to exercise.
Well, he didn't have time to exercise, and he didn't have time for meals either. So he was always eating, just on the go.
And O'Brien, as is proved multiple times in Deep Space Nine, is a fucking warrior.
Yep.
You do not fuck with Miles fucking O'Brien.
His name still wasn't on the wall, though. They didn't fix that.
Oh, fuck off.
I didn't pause and, like, really look, but all the names looked like they were in the same order. I was kind of clocking where they were at.
Fucking O'Brien, man.
Nog's still up there. Like, dead center in the shots that they show of the wall.
Yeah,
the only thing I could see with O'Brien is it's a name of officers and he was enlisted. That's about the only way I could justify it.
Maybe.
No, I'm sorry, I'm still not over Lieutenant Nog.
Yeah, no, fuck them.
No.
Unless he was killed in action like we theorized. There's no fucking way that he ended his Starfleet career as a lieutenant. No, fuck you.
No, he was way too ambitious.
He was a fucking Ferengi!
Yeah.
He may not have had
He
the
was a
ambition
Ferengi that started
for profit, but he had the ambition for rank.
Well, and he started legitimately embracing reputation as a current. He started embracing reputation as a currency instead of
Fuck yeah, he did.
Instead of currency. So like he used his Ferengi need to gain as much good reputation as possible.
The characters that we get introduced to in Deep Space Nine, which there are a ton of them, and they're all incredible for the most part. One of the ones that has the absolute best growth and arc over the course of the show is Nog.
Absolutely. Real quick, Y2K. O'Brien could never make officer because then he wouldn't have had time to fix things. He'd be too busy herding cats.
Yep.
Not wrong.
Exactly.
Dude, oh, another thing. Starfleet Academy has there's 15 Orions just in class there. Which, Orions can be in Starfleet, but there's a lot of them. Enough that I noticed. If there were a few, I'd be like, yeah. Yeah, there's some Orions there. That's fun. There's one Klingon and 15 Orions.
Yeah, and I do not care for the look of this particular Klingon.
Oh, and they artificially deepen his voice and add some reverb to it too.
Oh, that's ass.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really off-putting.
That just tells me that you could not be fucked when you were casting this show.
I think his posture and his behaviors and his mannerisms are perfect. But I think his voice could have gotten deep enough. It is obviously made deeper and a slight reverb added to it though.
If you want to do it with him,
that's
I think he could have I think he could have done it fine just on his own, just doing the whole the guy that played Worf doing that same thing. He could have done that, but then they added extra to
Michael
it.
Dorn.
Yeah, Michael Dorn. Yeah. Yeah, he could have done the same thing Michael Dorn did, and it seemed like they added it just to make it a little deeper and a little reverb, so it resonated a bit more. And it's just it doesn't. It's a little jarring when you hear him talk, especially the first time.
And that was another thing, is that, Deep Space Nine had several really great Klingon characters.
Mm-hmm.
Including the character who, in my opinion, is the definition of what a Klingon should be. That being Martok.
Yeah.
Fucking love Martok. He is great.
Rules. This show did make me want to.
Who should be on the main battleship, but he prefers his fucking bird of prey.
This show did make me think, though. It's been a while. Maybe it's time to rewatch DS9. But I have to watch Voyager first. So
yeah, you need to watch Voyager.
Yeah.
You have to put up with Voyager.
DS9 without watching Voyager. Yeah. Rewatching DS9 is going to be my reward for watching Voyager.
Okay, so being completely honest, I very much enjoyed Voyager, but I'm well aware of its shortcomings. I enjoyed Voyager because it was my first true Trek. I'd watched reruns here and there of DS9 or of TNG, but Voyager was the first Trek that I actually watched while it was coming out on TV. So it holds a special place in my heart, but it absolutely is not. It is what it is, and I'm well aware of its faults. It's full of them.
Yeah.
Like, my first love was the original series movies.
The original series movies, yeah, those are fun.
That my dear Mumsy, who is standing here, introduced me to as a child, because she was a big Star Trek fan.
Yes, we were here in the 70s. They used to do a lot of a drug they called LDS.
yeah, like, you know, like guys like Kirk and like Scotty and like O'Brien, you know, like, yeah, they were starting to put on a little weight. They weren't in their best shape anymore, but like when we're
they obviously had
in
they
like
had
the
good,
original
they
series
had
films, like they're in their 40s or 50s, like,
yeah,
you just,
and you can
as
tell
your testosterone
you can
levels
tell they
start
were
to go down.
They were in good shape at one point, and they probably are still in good shape for their age. They just put on a couple extra pounds. When Sir is talking about fat chicks, it's like they were never in good shape. They're just fat.
Yeah, it's like, again, like, where are the standards here? Like, this is Starfleet. And for any motherfucker, it's just like, well, Starfleet was never really built. Fuck off. Yes, they were.
Oh.
Were they not very good at it in the 24th century? Yeah, they had leaned too heavily into diplomacy and had kind of not been in touch with actually, you know, like, fighting wars, because they hadn't had to in a while.
Well,
That's why when the Dominion War started, they had a lot of casualties really quick.
Yeah, this
but
is
real
also
quick,
taking
back on the Charon, the Charon thing, the black and white people, they're called Charons. The history section, I don't know how you feel about Memory Alpha, but the history section of the Memory Alpha page on them specifically states that by 2268, Civil War had completely destroyed their civilization, leaving only 2 known survivors. Goes more in depth on that, but if you want to learn more about that, watch the TNG episode. Or TOS episode.
Well, yeah. But the thing is that article, says, I guarantee you, is going to get updated before the week is over.
Oh, it's already updated. It says, at least one other member of the species was later known to be alive in the early 24th century. Star Trek Section 31. And, in 2381, there was a picture of a Charon native hanging on the wall of a bar at Starbase 25. Lower decks, an embarrassment of Dopplers. And then in 3192, a Charon native was among newly admitted Starfleet Academy cadets. So basically, we know of only, technically speaking, 4... we know of 3 named Starfleet, or 3 named Charons, and they are otherwise non-existent. And every single new addition, I'm not sure about what Star Trek. Oh yeah, that's New Trek. Every single new addition since the original TOS episode has been New Trek. Every single one.
Yeah.
Star Trek Section 31. Star Trek Lower Decks, and Starfleet Academy.
Nice.
Yeah, I do want to say a positive about this show, though. Just get one out there. Paul Giamatti. But he's always great.
Why is he here?
He's
Like,
the.
I love you, dude, but why are you here?
Because Paul Giamatti, he does whatever he wants. Let him just do his thing. He's always great.
Yeah. Also, like, Robert Picardo is like, did you need a paycheck, my guy?
No.
I hope that's the case.
No, I think he just wanted to play. He plays a bad guy. I think he just wanted to play a bad guy. He's been on Billions for years and years. First time he's been doing something different. So, in a while. First time in a while he's done something different. So.
Oh, speaking of
Talking about Paul
him,
Giamatti, right?
Huh?
I knew that Paul Giamatti is a villain in the show.
Yeah. It really kicks off with him being a villain. It's not that much of a spoiler. You find out he's a villain within the first, 2 minutes.
Speaking of Robert Picardo, you've been watching the Orville.
I have been, yes.
Where are you at so far?
I'm almost done with season 1. Here, let me pull up. I actually have a tab open. I can tell you exactly where I'm at. I am on the last episode of season 1.
All right. So what are you thinking so far?
I don't know. I have mixed feelings. I'm liking the show, but I'm not liking enough to, crave watching it. I throw it on, I'm like, yeah, this is fine. But I can just leave an episode. It doesn't grab me, but it's a fine show. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, first season I can see that.
Yeah. There's been several times, middle of the episode, I'm like, I'm not in the mood for this right now, and I just go do something else, and I just pick it up later. I think it feels very Family Guy, where, the show exists in scenes and not in a long episode.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well,
but as we said before, it's that's basically what McFarlane had to do to even get the show off the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a requirement for him to have a show. It changes in season 2, and then in season 3 it changes even more.
Yeah. Yeah, I found out my parents have watched it, and they said the same thing for, season 2 gets better. So,
yeah, season 1
I just have this one episode.
Definitely not the show that Seth MacFarlane wanted to make when he pitched the Orville.
And it's pretty clear. They just saw him as the funny guy. Oh, you're gonna make a comedy? Let's make a comedy. You're gonna make a comedy like Family Guy, right? Right? And
Man,
he had to go with
the movie Ted has so much heart. Ted has so much heart. Seth MacFarlane's more than just a comedy guy.
Yeah. Like I said, the only reason that the Orville got approved for its first season is because they're as Rimshee said, it's oh, you're gonna make a parody comedy show, right? And Seth's just yeah, sure.
I don't want to spoil it for anybody that hasn't seen Ted, but I've seen people cry over that teddy bear at the end of that movie.
Yeah, there's a show coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's already out. They've already been doing it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's based on them in
junior
high school.
Advertisements for it recently.
Yeah, they're on season 2 or 3. Yeah, it's based on them in junior high or high school.
Oh, my neck. I fucking pulled my shoulder.
Crab scene.
Fucking Saturday night, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry, bud. Crab, you're saying you love stories with ambiguous morality. That has nothing to do with anything that we've said.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh, it's because Paul Giamatti was in Billions. Sorry, I didn't read your previous message.
Okay.
No, crap. In this new Star Trek show, he plays like he's kind of like a space pirate-esque sort of person.
I can solve.
Holds things hostage
With one
to steal, like, tries to steal parts of ships, whatnot. Not a good guy. Pretty ruthless, willing to kill people for sure. So. But I think Paul Giamatti's just a really good actor. So every time I see him, it just makes me happy.
And then there's kind of like the dude that's like one of our main characters, who is kind of a psychopath.
Which?
I mean, there's less than two?
For which show? Which guy?
Starfleet Academy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they're done with him as, like, bad guy. Like, they kind of left it open. He'll probably be back later. But he's like, nah. That was... So, like, how the show starts off is they're flying the Athena around, just, like, picking up people to become part of Starfleet Academy. And... because they're restarting Starfleet Academy for the first time in, like, 100 or 120 years or whatever. And so they're just picking up people and just, like, taking them to San Francisco on Earth. Just like, hey, we need to rebuild Starfleet in the Federation.
By the way,
so
that's Athena on the screen.
Yeah. Wait, which picture are you showing? Yeah, that one? Hate! Yeah, I don't like the little angel wings thing. It's gross.
Yeah, honestly, if I had to guess, like, remove the Star Trek insignia from the obvious Star Trek insignia from the hull, I would assume this was a Space Elves vessel.
Yeah. So I do kind of like their comm badges, though. I think it's a neat little redesign for their comm badges, and it's unfortunately it's based off of the ship Athena. But as just like a comm badge, I think it looks nice. I think it's pretty sweet.
How they work is another question.
Probably the same as the other comm badges.
Well, I mean, if you deep throat one, magically you survive the burn.
Oh, that's another thing that's weird. They have like in-ship teleportation on this ship. Like professors when like there's like almost a fight that breaks out with some of the students, and just a professor just like zoom pops up, like, hey, I sensed higher levels of this and this. What's going on here, guys? It's like, okay. Come on. Like, just like
that sucks.
I'm telling you, it's just a high school. Like the captain is very much the sit on the chair backwards, how can I help these kids kind of thing. And
I teach. I live to teach, and I teach because I want to help children. Let me turn the chair around and make it look like I actually am cool when it makes me look.
How can I help these kids?
These kids.
Yeah.
Man.
Kids. Yeah. Very much that's going on in the show.
I want to die.
Yeah. So if you don't like high school dramas, stay away from the show. And I think that's enough reason. You don't even have to get into the Star Trek reasons about it.
Yeah, which I could probably bitch about ad nauseum for quite some time.
No. Back to the Orville. Yeah, I'm having fun with it, but it's just like it feels. I don't have a compulsion to watch it, so I'm just kind of going at it.
Yeah,
at a pace.
I said it earlier in Discord. I know that I should just let it go. That I shouldn't get mad about it anymore.
What?
But I still care. I still care about Star Trek and what Star Trek was.
Oh.
Yeah. I just justify it in my head as this is all alternate reality bullshit.
I would rather Star Trek go away entirely than continue to exist as this shambling corpse that it is now.
You either die the hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
You know, it's like
Star
Star Trek
Trek
at this point, it's like The Simpsons, but even more sad.
Yeah.
I think what everything falls victim to is a lot of like modern storytelling and modern character tropes where you just need. You don't need that.
Star Trek
you
is
make a
classic.
perfectly fine alien movie. Yeah, and they're.
So another thing,
know,
some people say that I shouldn't be bitching about it, but I will continue to bitch about it because I still think it's valid. I hate swearing in Star Trek.
Oh yeah, that's the other problem. So that is another problem.
You can justify it in certain situations. With modern Trek,
it's too much in this show.
Yeah,
it's too much in this show. I am totally. I'm totally fine with occasional swearing. You know,
like the Klingons. I could see the Klingons swearing left and right. I could totally see that.
Yeah, and I would even be okay with the Starfleet cadets swearing a bit because they're not professionals yet. They're still going through all their training. I'd be way more okay with them swearing a bit more. It's the actual officers and everything that are swearing that's bugging the shit out of me.
Yeah, it's absolutely terrible. You know, like,
I didn't hear. I don't think I heard any F-bombs.
Picard, where you have an admiral say the line "sheer fucking hubris."
I didn't hear any F-bombs, but they said shit so many times. I made a note of it. Like I noticed how many times they said shit. That's too many times. That means you're swearing in the wrong ways. That's also what that means. If you're swearing in a movie, it should be indicative to the characters and to the script enough that I shouldn't notice. Yeah. Really, that you're swearing.
Or it should be in a spot where noticing is the point.
Yeah.
You know what? Like
somebody that swears a lot and is not sensitive to swearing at all, in the context that they were swearing and stuff like that, it just felt extremely inappropriate.
Let's be honest. If we heard Picard drop an F-bomb at any point during TNG, that point would have been, what the hell is going on here? What?
Yeah, there's
surreal.
It would have been
surreal.
It would have been surreal, but it would have, if you used it at the right point, it would have been impactful as opposed to surreal and impactful as opposed to completely out of place and immersion destroying.
But okay, so as somebody that only has the context of Patrick Stewart, that only had the context of Patrick Stewart as like Jean-Luc Picard or Professor X. Hearing this clip,
You motherfuckers are gonna kill all my lilies!
Was jarring.
Yeah.
It was jarring to me.
Oh.
I still haven't seen what that's from, but I've seen him in other stuff other than but like even in the movie Logan, where he is Professor X, but he starts swearing at Logan. That makes sense with the character because he's battling dementia and he's like getting super irritated with things that are going on because he can't communicate properly and shit. So it makes sense with the character.
I've noticed that my grandmother has been getting a bit more aggressive and using language that she wouldn't have used in the past before as years progresses. So that's just accurate. Like the one time in Star Trek where I found it in any way acceptable, where like a main character, a Starfleet officer, swears, and I'm not saying it's a good movie, but Star Trek Generations, after the star drive section of the Enterprise D explodes and knocks out the impulse power to the saucer, and they're falling into Viridian's atmosphere. We zoom in on Data looking through the view screen, realizing that's happening. Data, who at this point has an emotion chip that has become fused with his circuitry and is kind of fucking him up. Data looks out the view screen, sees that they're falling into the atmosphere, and he says, "Oh shit."
Yeah, Y2K brought that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. No. There are,
like, you know what?
Case in point.
That's fine, because he is not himself at that point, and they are in a really bad situation.
Also, Y2K, I want to let you know, Sir doesn't read chat, so he's kind of depending on us to read things out for him. So we don't bring it up.
I need to start opening it again.
What? But that was a situation where it wouldn't be too jarring to have Picard go, "Oh shit." I don't think it would have happened, but it wouldn't have been that jarring. That's a situation where it would have made sense.
I think.
Well, no, like not Picard, but like if instead of Data, like if at that moment when they realize that they're falling into the atmosphere, if Riker had just kind of quietly.
Oh no! Yeah, I can see Riker. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Riker would definitely say, "Oh shit." That's not.
Yeah.
That's like, I've destroyed 27 Enterprises. But goddamn, we're in trouble now.
Like I said, but like, even then, like I still see him saying like quietly under his breath, just like,
"Yeah,
oh shit,
ah shit." Yeah, Riker would let out.
I think you're right. Picard
steps
would have
over
just
chairs.
gone, "Oh crap." Which would have been an emotional outburst for him.
No,
he would have said
Picard
some British
would have
thing.
looked out the view screen.
Bloody hell.
He would have looked out the view screen, kind of steeled himself, and then, like, over the intercom, be like, "All hands, brace for impact."
And then Riker would say, "Ah, shit."
Yeah. Bring out his trombone. Dur, dur, dur.
God, I love Star Trek. Actual
Picard.
Star Trek.
Where did you get that? I've always got it nearby.
See, I had the replicator make a bunch of me, so I just stash them in every room of the ship. Not every room is like very convenient places to stash one, so sometimes I just put the parts in a bunch of little compartments. I have to build it. It's kind of difficult, but you know, I can do it pretty quick. I'm good at it.
Which explains why he was spending so much time walking around the bridge for like the 5 minutes prior.
He's just dedicated to the bit, man.
Where the fuck is that spit valve? Where did I put that one? Did I tape it under the seat?
Fucking Spot steals one of the finger keys. It's like, you bring that back!
Y2K reaches over, pulls one out of Worf's hair. Yeah. Pulls another piece out of Deanna Troy's cleavage. It's like...
Number one, why is there a piece of brass in my Earl Grey? Oh, sorry about that, sir.
No. No, Picard's mug, the handle of it is actually a piece for his trombone.
The mug has never had a handle. It's always just been a piece of brass.
The mug is actually a mute, so you can play it in more closed-in spaces and cover the end.
Oh Jesus! I needed water. Yeah, watch Star Trek, everybody. Original series, TNG, Deep Space Nine, Voyager. If you want to.
Let's be honest. Compared to
the original series movies, all of the Next Generation movies are terrible.
I like Nemesis.
Let's be honest though. Compared to New Trek as a whole, Voyager is far better. Same with the TNG movies.
Yeah. I like TNG. I like the TNG movies, but that's because I knew more about TNG Star Trek growing up.
Although I will say, Nemesis is not the worst of the TNG movies. That's Insurrection. That movie's fucking unwatchable.
Yeah. Yeah, Nemesis is fine. It's a good Borg movie.
A good what movie?
Borg.
That's First Contact.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I thought... Oh, no, it was... No, it is Romulan. My bad. Or was it?
Well, it was the Remans, but no one cares.
Practically.
The Romulans were in that movie, but again, no one cares.
Okay, this time I thought Borg was involved. Maybe I'm thinking of a different... Yeah.
It's because for whatever reason, the Romulans in that movie had the same color scheme.
Picard's clone. Fuck you, Rimshee.
Yeah, Picard's clone.
Nemesis is the one that had Tom Hardy playing Picard's clone.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's quite possible that the reason you think it was Borg is because, for whatever reason, Picard's clone has a Borg-looking bodysuit, and the ship has a very similar color scheme.
Well, I thought the ship was like a Borg cube.
Nope.
There is a Borg cube at the start of First Contact.
Why am I getting First Contact and Nemesis mixed up? That doesn't make sense.
I have no idea.
Maybe it is. It's probably just the color scheme. To be honest, I haven't watched Nemesis since I was in like junior high. So
it's really weird looking back at Nemesis and seeing Tom Hardy in that movie. Because just like a couple of years later. Well, just a couple of years later, he played Bane in The Dark Knight Rises, and he put on over 100 pounds of muscle, and it's like, Jesus Christ!
I will say this, at least the Klingon in Starfleet Academy looks like a fucking Klingon.
Yeah, no, I think he's great. I just
fucking purple things in Discovery were.
I just hate how what they did to his voice. Like, it sounded like it. You can hear the edit. You can hear the modifications they made. His voice was fine, and then they added they added bass
Klingons don't
and
all
reverbed
have
it slightly.
Pitched voices.
I know.
Low-pitched
That's part
voices.
of the problem that I had with it. All right, you guys keep bitching about this for a minute. I really have to pee. I'll be right back.
One of the greatest Klingon characters of all. One of the greatest Klingon characters of all time was played by fucking Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah. I'm gonna look up a picture of
fucking,
that.
Oh, what the fuck's his name? God damn it, I can't remember now. Fucking Christopher Plummer as General Chang. Chang is fucking great. Mainly because Christopher Plummer is fucking great. But he didn't have a really deep voice.
No voice editing.
But yeah, I don't like the Next Generation movies. I think they're all bad. They're bad to different degrees. As I said, there are some things I like in First Contact. There's some things I think are okay in Nemesis. I stand up for Generations probably more than I should.
No, I think Generations is worthwhile. I think they made some bad moves in it, but I think it's worthwhile watching.
If you actually outside of the performances from Shatner and Stewart, no, that movie's terrible. If you actually watch that movie again, actually watch it with a critical eye, that movie sucks.
Well, the movie had the movie had two goals to it. One, to kill off Kirk to show, hey, we're no longer talking about the original series. And two, to kill off the Enterprise so they can replace it with something newer and shinier.
Okay, hold on. Real quick, what did you say? No voice editing?
The entire way they went about it was terrible. Huh? What?
Rimshee, you said no voice edit. What?
Yeah, talking about Christopher Lloyd.
Oh, yeah. No.
As Commander Kruge.
Yeah, not every...
Pruge?
Like you said, sir, not every Klingon had like a super deep... Like... And I don't know for sure that they edited his voice, but like...
General Chang.
I've been in the YouTube, internet, how microphones work game long enough to know a voice edit when I hear one. And I'm not saying with 100% certainty that they changed his voice for the show, but I'm hearing some things that don't sound natural.
In fact, actually, General Chang in Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country, one of the reasons why he has such a distinct way of speaking is because he admits in the film that he is very much a fan of Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Like, he's gotten his hands on the works of Shakespeare, like, translated into Klingon, and he quite enjoys them. He quotes Shakespeare throughout the movie.
Yeah.
He's still a ruthless, scheming bastard, but...
He's a cultured, ruthless, scheming bastard. There's a valuable difference there.
Also, one of the best Kirk lines ever happens in that movie in response to General Chang while they're at the dinner table. And General Chang's like, we need breathing room, and Kirk responds, Earth, Hitler, 1938. I fucking love that so much. Just how casually he delivers it.
Say what you will about William Shatner. He's great.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure they gave him a script for Boston Legal. I think they just gave him, like, plot points.
Honestly, if there was going to be an actor who could act an entire movie based on the plot points and just reacting to the other characters' lines, I think it would be Shatner.
Well, he actually did, though. Like, a lot of people don't know this, but during the filming of Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, Shatner and Ricardo Montalban were never on set together.
Also,
all of the
throughout
acting
the original
that you
series
see between Kirk and Khan in that movie, they were never in the same room. They never got to play off of each other. So fuck anyone that says that William Shatner can't act.
Yeah, but you also have to remember through the original series, at least the first season of it, the reason why he had that speech pattern was because he couldn't remember his lines. He just did it in a way to make it seem like it was a purposeful acting choice instead of him trying to remember his lines. That's what all the pauses were about.
He had a Shakespearean background. He was classically trained. So he did incorporate elements of that into it as well.
Yeah, just because he did it, I mean, sure, that may be part of it, but the reason he did it successfully is because of his background.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a fun fact for Wrath of Khan, if you didn't know it. They were never on set together. All of that was just them acting independently of each other.
At director's notes.
Still the best Star Trek movie. I will fight anyone that says otherwise. I'd say that Star Trek VI Undiscovered Country is a close second, though.
Yeah. I need to rewatch the movie. I just need to do like a full rewatch.
But Star Trek 5 and Star Trek Nemesis are apparently frequently cited as the worst Star Trek movies to exist.
No.
That's fun.
Insurrection is the worst.
Like I said, cited as such. Most commonly cited.
I only think the Insurrection doesn't get... I think the Insurrection doesn't get as much shit as those two because most people don't even remember that movie exists.
What is it? Yeah.
That's the movie where Riker controls the Enterprise E with a fucking joystick.
Well, yeah, he had to destroy another Enterprise. Yeah.
I mean, he came close. He had to eject the fucking warp core by the end of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, sometimes I have to eject my warp core, too.
Lame.
Also, like, oh, these are often cited as the worst. It's like, are we not going to talk about the absolute drizzling dog shit that was Star Trek Into Darkness and Star Trek Beyond? Really? Gay!
Okay.
Yeah, no, actually, Pav was bringing that up. Here's a question. What's worse, these newer Star Trek shows or the reboot movies? The first reboot movie, I was pretty cool with. I thought it was very fun.
I wouldn't call it a Star Trek movie, but if you want a dumb action space movie, it can get you there.
Yeah, it was a dumb action space movie based in the Star Trek universe.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I had fun with it. I had a good time.
I could even say the same thing about the second one. It was a dumb action space movie based in the Star Trek universe.
No, because they were redoing Wrath of Khan, and I didn't like that.
It was absolutely terrible.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it was good.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, and they had Kirk and Spock.
You do not cast Benedict Cumberbatch as a man named Khan.
Yeah, and he's not threatening as the type of character that Khan is. And Benedict Cumberbatch threatening in that Terminator movie where he was playing the whatever version Skynet was that time. It was called something different in that movie, I think. But yeah, he was playing like the AI that was running everything.
Like Ricardo Montalban is fucking intimidating without having to try. In Wrath of Khan?
Yeah. Have you ever seen him in Spy Kids 2? Terrifying.
Like, especially that moment where, like, he asks Chekhov why he's there, and Chekhov doesn't immediately answer, and he just very quietly curls his fingers into the, like, handle on the front of his suit and just effortlessly lifts him above his head, and it's just like, why are you here?
Yeah.
Which, that's another fun fact. Is that that scene actually doesn't make any sense if you watch the original series, because Khan says, you know, like, I never forget a face, Mr. Chekhov. Khan never met Chekhov.
He might have read his file.
Chekhov is not in the episode Space Seed, where Khan was the main antagonist. So that was a bit of a continuity fuck up in the movie.
It gets by. It passes the sniff test just on absolute cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Star Trek movies, the first one, the new Star Trek movies, the Kelvin movies.
The Kelvin timeline is what a lot of people call it.
Well, I don't want to go with the full timeline. I just want to go with we're talking about the movies specifically. The first one, it was a fun movie. Hands down, it was a fun movie. It wasn't proper Trek, and I would have said there is nothing.
It wasn't
wrong
proper
with
Trek,
that.
but I
like
also
the
think
Kelvin.
that if you're,
I think it's
if
way
you're
too
gonna-
fucking
if
big
you're-
for what it is, but I do like the design.
I think it was good for. I think it was a good reboot. Like if you're gonna reboot a series, I think making something a different timeline so things are different. I think that's a good idea if you're gonna reboot a series.
I agree. I absolutely do agree.
And yeah, it wasn't so much Trek,
Oh, my God.
but I think it would be a good movie to get people interested in Trek, so that they could have made that series more Trek-like. Over
They
time.
just fucked
But
with the
they
landing.
didn't. Yeah. Because the storyline of that first movie
Yeah.
really kind of demanded all that action.
Yeah.
But going
And
forward,
it was a
didn't
strong
demand.
first. It was a
The
strong
action wasn't.
first
The
step.
action wasn't. Yeah, they didn't have to go with action demanded storylines going forward. But like, yeah, that storyline did demand action.
Yeah. The first movie, absolutely great. Fantastic. There's plenty of stuff that I would have issues with as a person who likes Star Trek, but not enough of the issues once you detach it from the original timeline, the issues, while not disappearing, fade a fair amount, and you can it's a lot easier to accept this as a separate timeline Trek. One where it turns out there has to be a lot more action. Perfectly fine. Changes in the uniform and all that shit. The Kelvin timeline changes shit.
There are things that I do not like.
I agree.
There are things that I don't like about Star Trek 2009. I don't like the overall aesthetic. I don't like just how heavily action focused this is. This might come as a weird complaint because I know that it's a thing that happens in Star Trek, but I don't think that it was a good idea to have the genesis of your new movie and timeline being fucking time travel shit. I don't think that was a good idea.
I think if you're rebooting something and trying to create a new series, I think it's totally acceptable because then it doesn't have to follow the same timeline as the previous
and it
series.
leaves the original timeline intact.
Yeah.
Well,
it doesn't.
I also
it's not.
don't like
you're not
doesn't leave the
retconning
original
shit.
timeline intact, actually. Because
Well, it does.
the events that lead to the Kelvin movies are what leads to Star Trek Picard. Because Romulus' son goes supernova.
I
They're
don't
actually
mean like
directly
the
linked,
actual
and I do not
physical.
like that.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the actual long-term timeline, because in all reality, you can continue that on, and it could be a completely separate universe timeline, whatever you want, which causes that bit, which causes the time travel.
Is Picard
There's enough there to go, well, this really doesn't affect the shows we love. It changes this new path.
Yeah.
I also personally don't like that the original timeline Spock goes into the Kelvin universe timeline, and that's where he dies. Never liked that.
No, that's what happened. I don't know what to tell you about that. It's not.
Either way, I think we're getting off topic. Either way, New Trek is
he died doing
pretty
what he
much
loved.
shit. I would rather watch the movies than watch New Trek for the most part.
Yeah,
really need to
I
get
still
started on
remember
Voyager.
watching the pilot to Star Trek Discovery and wanting to just gouge my own eyes out.
Anyways, with that, we've been the Lesser Saints Discord. I feel like we're gonna start running in circles soon, and it's too late to start something new.
Yeah. I think this is a good point.
In
to stop
general,
it. If you
Star
have
Trek,
to watch New
good.
Trek,
New Star Trek bad.
If you have to watch New Trek, stick with the first movie,
and
then go back to the originals.
I said in general.
Yeah.
In general, old Trek good, new Trek bad.
If you guys like the Orville, you guys would like Lower Decks. That's all I'm getting at. Anyhow.
Oh.
What?
Have a good one, everybody. See you next week. Same time, same place.
Later.
Goodbye.